Right. All right, so this is my carry-on suitcase. It has been to Cuba 13 times. We take it everywhere we go. I went to Cape Cod last weekend for 4 days. I still took this suitcase. It just wasn't as heavy and full. So
Jenny, can you raise your suitcase up a little bit? All we see is the top.
Yeah, I will. I'll hold it up for you, Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so first we've got the inside, and I've got the photocopies of my passports here, my husband and I. And I put them in my carry-on suitcase because my passports are in my backpack that I'm gonna have on my body. So I want it separated from my passports, right? And here we go. I took Carol's advice and put everything in packing cubes. For 7 years, I did Ziploc bags, and my 23-year-old won me over to packing cubes. So here's the packing cubes. And you'll notice that I was able to zip it without having to use the extra layer, right? I could extend it, but I didn't have to. I got it in. And I have a suitcase lock. That's the other biggest thing that I take every time I travel abroad, is a suitcase lock. And I like to get a combination lock, because then I don't have to fumble around for the key. Go closer. I don't have to fumble around for the key. My husband and I have the same code on both suitcases, so it's just easy. And so when I'm going to be sleeping in different places, different nights, I don't want to mess with the safe in the room and then not and forget things in the safe, you know, just no hassle. Okay. So I've got my packing cubes. We'll start with the medium-sized one. And these, well, so these are Sherpani packing cubes. And I like them because they are made from recycled plastic, so it's super sustainable, but also because they have handles, and also because they're not black, right? The inside of suitcases are often black, although this one it's green inside. But yeah, they're easy to see, easy to find. So in this packing cube, I've got my, let's see, here we go. I've got my beachwear, so I've got my hat, super small folding hat. You know that when I get to Colombia, I'm gonna buy a super cute straw hat, but I don't want to lug it around, and I'm gonna spend $5 on it. So I've got my backup hat, sunglasses, swimsuit, two dresses, and a little bit more, and a skirt. Because just like Carol's tour guide said, you're going to want to have something cute when you go to a fancy place. Well, I want to look cute in my pictures of Colombia. And so I'm bringing my cotton dress. It's fun. It's easy to pack. And when we go out for a fancy night in Cartagena, I've got it. So that's the first packing cube. The next big packing cube. This one has, I don't even remember. Yeah. This one has all of the pants and shorts in it. And you'll notice on my packing list, I don't pack a nightgown or pajamas, because I'll sleep in a shorts and t-shirt or yoga pants and a long sleeve shirt, depending on how cold I am. So it's one less thing I have to carry. And if I need another t-shirt for out hiking, I'm going to pull that out. So I've got all the pants and shorts in the same bag together.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What kind of pants do you have? It looks like, are they just sort of like a cotton polyester, or?
Yeah, so I have, these are like quick dry shorts, and then yoga pants and jeans. One pair of jeans. Oh, I've got more people waiting to join us. Okay, so this shows you how far down we are in the suitcase. Right? Here we go. Welcome, Maggie. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the other big one. So I'm unpacking my suitcase, Maggie. This is for 9 days in Colombia. And Anita, welcome. So this other big packing cube has all of the tops. And on my list, I have 3 t-shirts, 3 tops, and 3 long sleeve shirts. Right. So actually, could somebody, Carol, would you copy and paste those 2 links from the chat and put them into the chat again so that it shows up for Anita and Maggie? So these are all the tops, right? So this is, I'm going to wear this with my skirt, or I'm going to wear it with shorts, depending on what we're doing, or pants, wear it with anything. But then I've got some t-shirts. So the beach day out in Cartagena, I've got a t-shirt to wear over my swimsuit. So that's what's packed in here. Notice everything is rolled. Right? So here's my long sleeve shirt. One of the 2. Right? So I rolled it up. I fold it like this, and then I roll it so that everything can fit into one large packing cube. Okay, so now we're down to, you know what's in here. This has the socks, the underwear, the bra, and it all fits in here. So that's in the smallest cube. Okay, so look what's left in my suitcase. Shoes. Don't you hate it? Shoes take up so much room. But you gotta have the right shoes. You gotta. So I've got my flip-flops because I'm gonna want to slip them on, you know, hanging around in the hotel or at the beach. I've got my water shoes. These are for hiking or going through rivers. So they're super user-friendly for lots of different things. And they have a lot of support and thick soles. So I got these, and I can't believe how much I wear them not in Colorado. Because they're not cute. So I don't wear them in Colorado. But I wear them when I travel. Sandals, because maybe we're going out for dinner. I'm wearing my cute dress, but I need something like super practical, solid sole. So I've got my sandals. And then my husband and I, we like to salsa dance. So we may be going out to a place where I can get some salsa dancing in. And so I'm going to take my high heels and I'm going to carry them in my little drawstring bag and change from my sandals into my heels for dancing or for a beautiful picture, things like that. And then I've got my bag of medicine. This is Pepto, Benadryl, just all the little things that you have in your medicine cabinet. I put a few of everything in because I don't want the stress of, oh, I'm starting to get a cold. And can we go to a pharmacy? Can everything stop so I can go to a pharmacy? I'm going to dig into my bag. Got a couple of cold medicine pills, and that'll get me through until I can get to a pharmacy to buy enough. And then I've got my shampoo, conditioner, face lotion, and mouthwash. We're almost done. The bag is almost empty. I have my umbrella because not only is it going to rain wherever I go, but also the sun might be blistering hot. And so I'm going to take it for sun or shade, and it's a small one. Of course, bug spray, sunblock, and dice because I like to play games. So that's my carry-on suitcase. But there's more because you're all thinking, my gosh, are you not going to read a book, Jenny? And why do you have binoculars on your packing list? That's in the backpack. So I have a super pretty backpack from Sherpani, but because I'm kind of high maintenance, so I need a backpack to carry heavy things because that's how high maintenance I am. So it'll be a last ditch decision whether I take my cute backpack or this one that is a big Agnes backpack and it provides like crazy good support for your back. And so it makes things really light. So I've got my water bottle so that there's one less plastic bottle in the world, right? And here I've got my headphones and I take both the little wired headphones and then I take over the ear headphones that have the drown out the noise, right? For airplanes and I had an experience one time, not a tour that my company was running, but on a different tour. And the hotel was next to a discotheque and they were out there boom, boom, boom till 3 a.m. So I put on my headphones and turned on like the calm or one of those, just to go to sleep music to drown. So, and then I have all of my power cords and such, everything in this little bag so that when I get on the airplane, I can just pull this sucker out and then tuck my suitcase or my backpack under the seat. Here's my beach towel. And the reason I carry it in here is so it will also be a blanket for me if the air conditioning is too much on the airplane, right? The trick is then get it washed before I come home so that I want to snuggle up in it again if I get home. Of course, I've got playing cards so I can torture my husband if we play cards in the airport. And then this is why it's heavy, because I've got my binoculars. But I started bird watching this year. And now, even when I went to Cape Cod, I took my binoculars. I was like, when we're not in the city, I'm going to get up early enough in the morning to get out and look at the birds and see what's going on around me instead of squinting and wishing that I could see what's there. I'm not saying everybody needs to take binoculars, but I've become obsessed. So they're going. What's left? My nook. There's the one thing I do well is that I have lots of books to take with me. And this is my pillow for the airplane, but also for hotels where the pillows are not what I like. This works great. It's a blow-up pillow. And I bought it in the camping section. In the very bottom of my backpack is my rain jacket, because it's another thing to cover up if I'm cold on the plane and to provide protection at the bottom of my backpack for my binoculars. Okay, so I'm missing 3 big things that I haven't shown you yet. Can you guess what they are? Like, no way is Jenny going to Colombia, Cuba, or anywhere without these 3 things. Michael, I see you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Oh, okay.
I would say wallet, cell phone, and passport.
Passport.
But what is he saying?
I said wallet, cell phone, and passport.
Cell phone?
Yes.
Wallet, cell phone, and passport.
Ah, thank you. Got him. Actually, my cell phone didn't make it into my purse yet. So, tuck my cell phone in my purse. I like this purse because I can wear it across my body. You can see me. I can put my jacket on over it, so it's protected. And this is another great Sherpani item in that the straps can't be cut. So even though they're not wiry and they work really well, they can't be cut. But there's like 5 different things that make this purse anti-theft. Just have to look at it online. So got my passports. I told you I'm ready to go. Got my reading glasses, my cash, my credit cards, and hand sanitizer. So I like to take a pile of ones with me. Something I started doing recently because you can tip anybody anywhere in the world in ones. They will find a way to change them into local money. And it's sometimes it can be really hard to get when you change money, to get the money change people to give you small bills. Or if you change money at an ATM, you just get what you get. And so having some ones to just give to people here and abroad along the way, it's always a good thing. I also didn't mention my tennis shoes, but the reason they're not in here is because I'm going to wear them on the airplane, right? They're the biggest pair of shoes I'm packing, so they're going to be on my feet. And you didn't see my jacket, which, I mean, it's a warm day in Colorado. I don't need a jacket today, but I'm going to wear it onto the airplane so that I don't have to shove it into any bag. And then if it's warm, I can stick it in the overhead compartment or under my seat. That's what I've got. Okay, what did I miss? What tips do you have for the group and for me?
I was thinking one thing, and many people know this, is that if you take a bunch of Ziploc bags, they can be used for all sorts of things, including dirty laundry. So you don't mix your dirty stuff with your clean stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
For
Good,
anything that's wet that you're going from one place to another.
great. What else?
Hey,
Anita.
Jenny, snack, something to
Oh,
eat
yeah.
on the plane.
Yes.
Food.
You're right. And I have it on my packing list. I have 4 bags of nuts, but I didn't have any in my house today when I packed. So I will have to go to the store one more time before I can leave to Colombia. What else?
Hey, Jenny, I have a question, Christy.
Yes.
I have the your packing list. Mine says our personal packing list 8 to 10 day tropical tour. Is that your Colombia one or
Yeah, that's the Cuba
is that
list.
the Cuba one?
So the Colombia one I just
I need to get
made.
the
And if you look in the chat, you'll see that Carol put the link for the Columbia packing list on there. So I added that in the last week. That's why you don't have it. And we are doing a trip just for everybody else who's not going with us on our trip. We're doing an orientation in 2 weeks, and I'll be sending that list out to everybody so that nobody misses out. Oh, I love this portable cell phone charger. Yeah. My husband, bless him. In fact, I think he's in the house. He probably can hear me. Doesn't charge his phone at night as often as I charge mine at night. So it's nice to have that. And oh, wow. Natalie says she usually charges with a laptop and external hard drive. Yeah, that would take up your backpack right there. Yeah. Motion sickness pills. Good one. Yeah, I get motion sick in cars. And so that is in my little medicine bag. Which is a bummer because I usually end up sleeping through the trip. Right? And then. Oh, the motion sickness pills, get them at Walmart. Okay,
Jenny, I have another
yes. I can't hear her. Do you guys hear her?
question. I know that the plugs are the same, so that's, I should be unmuted. Can you hear me okay?
No, I
Okay.
can't.
Do we need any for Colombia, do we need any special things for our cell phone? What are they called, Dan?
Plug adapter.
Like,
Yep.
no, not the plug adapter, but will the cell phone work in Colombia, or do we need to get a chip or something for it?
A SIM card. Yeah, I do
SIM
not
card, okay.
recommend you get a SIM card.
Do
Don't
not?
do it. No.
Okay.
So Colombia is a great place where, when you arrive, your cell phone carrier will text you, "Oh, welcome to Colombia, and here's what your rates are." We had a gal on our last group who got a SIM card. She's Canadian, and she got texted all day and all night and WhatsApped from spam. And
Ooh.
so the rest of us had no problem. And but you do want to download WhatsApp. How many of you use WhatsApp here or abroad? Yeah, most everybody. So WhatsApp, actually, Carol, could you type that into the chat box too? Sure is handy to have you here. That way, if anybody says, what does she keep saying? WhatsApp is the way that the rest of the world texts each other. And right in the US, we use our texting. So, yeah. So you, yeah. It's amazing to me. Avianca Airlines texted me through WhatsApp our in-country flight tickets. And I was like, just email them to me. But they use WhatsApp more than they use email. Oh, Carol has a good tip. I bring shower caps to cover my shoes when they're dirty, and I have to put them back in my suitcase. Wow. And thank you for the WhatsApp. Yeah.
And another tip, you can buy really inexpensive shower caps, or when we were in France, some of the nicer hotels we stayed in had shower caps. So I collected all those inexpensive ones, and they were easy to use to cover my shoes.
Yeah. That's awesome.